Hi Sanjay. Hi Uri. Thanks for coming today for the chat.
Hey Marcel, hey Yuraz. Thanks for having me here.
Hi
Perfect.
guys, I'm really happy that Sanjay that you are with us.
Finally,
So
after a long time.
let's start as usual. The first section is some quick introduction about you, and we do it always in a way that I'll trying to do so, and then our guest is fixing it. So that will be your turn soon. So first, I find out, or I am following you for a couple of months, or maybe even years on LinkedIn. And I know that you are creator in testing or maybe innovator in testing. And you are famous because of SelectorHub. And before that, it was called Crowpath, if I understood it correctly. That was the
Yes.
previous generation. And apart from that tool, you start building more ideas into different tooling. And I was surprised maybe 6 months ago because it was popping up almost every week, some new idea.
New tools.
Yeah. And so I decided before this call that I will try to understand and orientate in that. And I find out that maybe you have four main tools to support
Now five.
tester in the daily work, right?
Yeah, five tools. Now five main
Five.
tools.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. So maybe that's the time now to fix it or maybe expand it. And maybe I'll add last thing. You start as a tester in with IBM, if I'm correct.
Correct. Yes.
And
Way
then
back in 2011.
so through that experience with testing, you become more the tool creator or I don't know,
Yes.
testing idea developer or creator. So please now fix what I said and expand it a bit or
Yes,
enhance it in a way.
absolutely. Like pretty much you have covered introduction, the initial part. So started career with before that, if you want to fix me, I'm a chemical engineer.
Uh-huh.
By chance became the software engineer. So I started career with IBM, then couple of companies I worked like in Mobi, Urban Ladder, Go IBM here in India. And then one fine day I got an idea of a tool. So I created Crowpath, which I worked on like for a couple of years, for 3 years. And then I stopped development on that and then created this new thing, SelectorsHub, the new reality, which is pretty much famous and widely being used. So it's a kind of like very first smart editor it was. So the idea it came from the from one saying which we in our industry you must have heard, that don't use an XPath tool, you will lose your learning skills. You will not learn about XPath and selectors writing, so you don't use. So that was always a hate point for me, and that was the idea which was the like main reason behind the generation of SelectorShub, because SelectorShub became the very first smart editor which helps you to learn about XPath selectors and DOM, and it changed that complete thing. So that's how selectors are born. And then we keep on working. Then new tool came, Test Case Studio, which became the very famous and one of its kind highest rated recorder plugin to generate the manual test cases, manual steps to file the bug screenshot. Then Test Case Hub, which is a kind of like test case repository people used to call Stack Overflow for tester. Then we launched Testing Daily, which is a news
Mhm.
feed app for testers to get the all latest testing updates and details in one shot, in one click. And then recently we launched the auto test data, which is kind of like to generate the fake test data. All
Mhm.
these free tools are community driven. All of them are absolutely free, and we run based on like donation and other stuff. And we are on a mission to make our testers and developers life easy, and we are trying to solve here at selectors of very basic and minor problems. So like you see lots of big problems everybody used to solve, but what are
Mhm.
those minor problems which a tester on a daily basis faces? So we are trying to solve those problems, and
Mhm.
big problems are being solved by big companies.
Okay. And this has pretty nice flow as you explain the details. It's a bit overlapping with the next section I was preparing, discussing the tools.
Sure.
But why you decide to build four or several tools rather than building one integrated solution where you could maybe just add this as a modules? Why it's distributed?
Yeah, that's another great thing. But so basically, like few are plugins, few are web application, few are mobile application, mobile app. So we didn't wanted to we every tools we wanted to very simple, because those who are using SelectorShub, they doesn't require like testing daily, or doesn't require test case hub or test case studio, because each and every product is solving a different kind of problem. So
Mhm.
we didn't want it to make a complicated thing. In fact, like we initially we launched SelectorShub and Test Case Studio together, but then it
Mhm.
was becoming a burden for people and unnecessarily like too much functionality inside one application, because
Mhm.
not everybody was required the that particular product. So it is something like why these editors companies like creating different editor like PyCharm, and then for different for JavaScript it is something, for Python it is some different editor.
Yeah.
So right, why don't they create one editor and have like everything inside that? So that is a kind of like you can
Mhm.
relate it, that we have a different products for each and every particular problems, and that's
Mhm.
how we are solving it through that.
And you would like to keep this strategy that, every new tools will be still separated, or in the future, maybe it should be one product?
I don't think like absolutely all will be combined because pretty much absolutely different all of them are. But yes, maybe like some might get collaborated together, and some might becomes like at one shoot. But it's still like pretty much they will be different, because every particular product is solving and very much innovative and noble idea, each one of them.
I would keep it still within the introduction, so I will just forget about the tools. We will come to that later, very soon.
Sure.
But as a part of intro, how it could happen that after studying chemistry,
Mm.
someone could become a tester?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a kind of like unfortunate, or you can say one incident which it happened. So I was doing my internship like in third year BTech. So this is a 4 year program, engineering program here in India. So I was in third year and doing my internship in one of the refinery there in India. So there was like lots of field work, hazardous gases are there in chemical industry. So it was a petrol refinery, like oil refinery. So there temperature was very high in thermal distillation tower and all. So one of our like colleague there intern that caught in accident and he died, and that made me like make this decision that I didn't want it to come in the chemical industry.
Mhm.
But it's not that easy that you decide and you will get in
Yeah.
IT, or like you can change immediately your field. So I was fortunate enough that in my institute, lots of IT companies used to come and they hire mass students based on
Mhm.
their skills, aptitude. So I got selected in IBM based on the aptitude and skills, and
Mhm.
that's where I just gone through the training program and all those stuff. But initially I literally cried because for me this programming language like nightmares. So I used to
Mhm.
cry initially for 4 5 months, and my I used to talk to my parents and family that I'm not able to understand anything, and I destroyed my career.
Yeah.
But one fine day one senior scolded me, and that's how I started learning programming.
So the aptitude test was not about the your checking your technical skills like programming or some.
Absolutely not. I didn't
Uh-huh.
even turn on the computer when I was in college.
Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting
Yeah.
story. But now to be able to build testing tools, you need to become also a bit like a programmer as well. Or are you hiring some programmers to do it for you, or how it works?
So initially, like SelectorShub and CrowPath, it was single-handedly developed by me. So
Uh-huh.
programming is something like once you start learning and once you start enjoying them, so it becomes your passion, and you and automate you start automating the things, and when browser opens, things happen automatically. You start enjoying things. So that's where I started enjoying programming, and then I became like good in that, and I'm very much proud that if I would have been chemical engineer, I might be destroying my career and others as well. But today I'm like setting the goal and deciding that how the other developers and testers will write these lectures, and they will do their like software development and software testing. So proud on that section and pretty much enjoying to develop and create these tools. And the second answer, yes, I used to like now because there are so many products and to keep optimizing them, to keep giving updates and new features. Of course, I used to hire a few people to get things done because not everything alone I can do now because we have iOS app and Android app and then web app, etc.
And you mentioned that you started, building this platform, and which maybe language you prefer, or you did, or you started, with your first, project.
Yes, so this was the first project, SelectorHub, which was this is a pretty much browser plugin. So it started with very simple thing: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Very simple, very plain JavaScript, very basic things. So I never used like a very high level of DS, Algo, and all those sorts of things. But yeah, over the time, those things has been implemented. But initially, it was very very simple logic. It was just an innovation idea. It was. So in fact, like today, even I'm not that pro. Like if you start taking my interview of like programming, I will be rejected immediately. So even today, like let's say you have suggested. So these, like I mentioned, all these products are community driven. So whenever someone suggests any feature that we need this feature, we need this functionality, I used to Google that how to solve this problem. And that's where I start writing code and that's where I implement that. So it's all like innovative ideas. So now I'm good in searching the solution for the particular problem. So I know I have this confidence that I will solve this problem. And coding is just like simple. Everything is available on Google, Stack Overflow, and multiple forums are there. You have to be able to search the problem, how to search the solution.
Nice. And that, especially the co-founders, or investors or creators, very, very often are struggling, with the free time or work and life balance. And we mentioned a lot of, experience with the tech and your career. And maybe what about the hobbies? What they are, spending the free time, or do you have free time?
So actually, like you will always find creators very lazy. So if you are a very lazy person or someone who like to do lots of other things, that's where you love automation too. That's where you get more ideas of innovating things. So yes, I do like meet friends, hang out with friends here in like my place, and I have my family, so I used to spend a lot of time with them. But yes, at the same time, I always like 24/7. You will find me active on all these social media forums and solving problems for my community and giving updates on all the tools and creating solution and keep them all update and never like always available for the community. In fact, like we are like one of the fastest growing testing community and one of the fastest giving updates on any tool, and most number of free community tools for testers has been provided by SelectorShub till date. Like we are running more than 5 tools today, absolutely free.
Cool. So maybe that's the good time, but no, before that, let's now focus on that hot seat questions. Whether
Right.
we have just three very quickly before we will jump into details of the tools.
Sure.
So first one, and I expect just very simple answer, one word.
I will try.
Cypress or Playwright?
So Playwright, looking at like
Okay, thank you.
the buzz in the market. You are putting me on fire now.
Yes.
A creator should not be in this kind of situation ever, because you never knows. Like, what if like tomorrow Cypress builds something amazing? Like tomorrow, today some tool is
But I
dying,
just
and
want to say, I
maybe a
just want to
person
have
like
a
me join.
simple answer, one word. Then you can maybe add some more. So let's move on. I catched Playwright.
Me too.
So, is it good idea to use XPath instead of introducing IDs into UI automation? Yes or
No,
no?
no. If you can, so now,
Okay,
of course,
stop.
I will have to elaborate
I
that.
catch the no.
Yes, yes, no, absolutely, absolutely, you can catch no. And like that is absolutely correct answer that we should not use XPath if we can introduce the ID. But it is like
Okay.
pretty much impossible that anybody can introduce ID for each and every element in the UI.
Okay,
And when you
okay.
have that,
I am not interested in more details. I just
We can cut it from the video.
and the last one. Are you nowadays more entrepreneur or tester?
I'm not ever a good tester. I'm always like a kind of creator, or you can say entrepreneur. So I'm always towards that side. So I
Okay,
like,
entrepreneur. Thank
I'm,
you.
yeah.
Sorry for
I've
being
never
so
been like
horrible
that
on you,
good
but I
tester.
think this is part of the rules. So
This is why it is a hot seat, that I know we understand it's not like easy to, especially to answer, Cypress or Playwright, but yeah, maybe you can correct it in next one, in the next 1 year, we will see. But yes, we have to move on to the next section. But
Yeah, sure.
a little bit you mentioned, that you have like more than 5, tools already and ready, for the testers or the communities. And for example, also I can mention that in my case that I, especially one this SelectorHub, and maybe you can more introduce or to do some quick introduction of these 5 your tools, and maybe to tell to the community that what they are doing and what is the benefit of if they will use it.
and we already maybe mentioned some of them during the introduction. So maybe to make a very short list, or very
Sure, sure.
the complete list with very short
Yes.
explanation.
Let me just make them one liner, all of them, and quick, so they will understand. SelectorShub, the first one is SelectorShub, which is a next gen XPath and selectors plugin. It's a free browser plugin, officially recommended by Selenium, and you can use this to write, verify your selectors XPath, and as well as to copy. And any kind of, every kind of elements, DOM, iframe, everything is supported, widely being used, more than 200K testers, under top 20 developers tool in Chrome Store it is today, officially recommended by Selenium. So use it, you will save a lot of time and it will save your life, and you will learn about everything XPath selectors and DOM. Second one is Test Case Studio, which is the highest rated recorder plugin out there, which is very useful to record your manual actions into plain English sentence. It is not a record and play tool like Selenium IDE. It used to automatically take the screenshots as well, saves a huge amount of time. More than 25,000 testers using it today, all 5-star rated, officially featured by Chrome. Try it and you will love it. Third one is, it is very helpful, before I move on, to bug filing, to get the steps for bug filing as well as for the documentation. Third one is test case, auto test data. Let me tell you, auto test data. We all need a lot of test data to do the testing, like many scenarios. So it can easily, you can easily generate the fake test data just in simple 3 clicks, without writing any code, without installing any product, any software, no installation, nothing required. Open autotestdata.com and you will, just in 3 clicks, you can generate thousands of user email ID, password, whatever you want to generate, you can generate everything. Fourth one is testing daily, very popular and must have product for every tester. Like today, we, so many like forums are there. Like many people, many influencer leaders are writing on Medium. Many thousands of YouTube channels are there who are creating content on testing. Every day, some new tools are coming, something new coming. Selenium writing blog, Cypress writing blog, Playwright writing. But we cannot follow each and every forum. We cannot open each and every website. Many have never opened a Selenium blog forum that what new release came. So for that, like we have created this testing daily app. Is a feed aggregator. You just open it, in one glance, you will see all the updates, whatever comes today. So this is available as browser plugin, mobile app as well on Android and Play Store. You can install it within 3-4 months. More than 13K, 13,000 testers are already using it.
And you mentioned that you prefer, that Playwright. And there's a question that if he's supporting Cypress or Playwright, your solution.
Yes, so my solution are common, like irrespective of whether you are working on Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, WebDriver, IO, or any framework. SelectorShub supports all of them. In fact, SelectorShub is the very first browser plugin which helps you to verify the Playwright selectors, because Playwright have introduced lots of different kinds of playwright selectors, like new selectors. So that can be verified in SelectorShub only. Otherwise, you will have to verify and to write them. You have to run your code in debug mode in Playwright, then open console, then there you type Playwright, then dot, and then all those things you have to do. Here, you can just like an XPath and CSS selector, you can verify. In Chrome DevTools, you can't verify them. So answer to your question, yes, it supports all kind of them. And the fifth one is test case hub, which is a kind of like test case repository, test scenario repository. So let's say you got a particular scenario to test, and now you need the test cases for them. And suppose you don't have experience or you have not done ever testing for that particular scenario. So how you will get those test cases for that? Yes, you can Google them, but from there you might not be getting the like authority or like approval that these test cases are written by this particular person, so they are good or not. So here in test case hub, community is writing, community is reviewing the test cases, and then for whichever particular functionality you need, you just search for that, like let's say login search functionality, that you can get it from there. So this is testers used to call it Stack Overflow for testers. So this is something like, let's say when Stack Overflow was started, there was no data, but today there is solution for every problem. So similarly, as it will grow, as more testers will involve, more testers will review, it will grow, and one day there will be like all the scenarios and everything. Already there are more than 1,000 scenarios and test cases are there. Everything can be seen there. And whichever all these tools which I mentioned here, all can be found on SelectorShub website, the links and all the details. Just open SelectorShub.com and you will get everything.
I have maybe just to clarify, you mentioned testing hub, then you mentioned testing studio.
Yes.
And then you mentioned some tool, I was a bit lost, for reporting bugs as well.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. So let me just give all the names again. SelectorShub, XPath plugin, Test Case Studio, which is a recorder plugin, which gives you the steps to file the bug. So that is Test Case Studio. Yes, I understand.
That's
like
but it's recorder. It's recorder for the interaction with web application, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Recorder which records the English sentence in English sentences, not code. Then third one is auto test data to generate the test data, testing daily to get the updates, test case hub, which is kind of like repository, encyclopedia of test cases.
But all the test cases stored in testing hub are public, so I cannot store
everything is public.
Yeah, so I cannot store my test cases there, like for my project. It couldn't replace Jira with some Zephyr plugin or something like that. No, it's not the purpose of the tool. Okay.
No. It's the like open forum that like everybody can come and write the test cases over there. Community will review them. And then once they will be approved, that's where they will start showing there. So these are common test cases, like common solution, like a Stack Overflow. There
and
you get the common solution. Yeah, exactly.
Because the biggest challenge of such a tool might be that you need to have a lot of active users there to make it work. So
more than 100 testers are already writing the test cases there, and reviewers are there. Many reviewers are there. So everything is there. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. I never tried it too.
Sure.
Okay, so let's move on now to the almost last part of our discussion, and it's we're thinking about some of the tools might be under the big attack or challenge from the new ideas coming into testing about this generative AI, and then maybe we don't need any more proper selectors, or it need to be correct, but it might be a bit messy if we generate it, because once it stopped working, we generate a new one. It might be crazy idea, but once we don't use that standard coding anymore, this might be the approach we will follow. So then the SelectorHub won't be needed anymore. Could that happen?
I don't think so. Like we always feel like whenever some new technology or something new comes, we always feel that this will gone away. Like for an example, when the first time online shopping things came, everybody was saying like these offline shops, retailer shops will close and shut down, and people will not buy from there. Why I will go outside market? I will buy it online. But you see, nothing got closed. People are buying it offline as well. I still go offline stores, I buy online. So always those things will be there. Doesn't matter whether AI comes or whatever. Selenium, people will be using Selenium, people will be using Playwright, Cypress, and everything, and people will write the selectors and XPath, and they will use the SelectorShub as well. Yes, some part of things will be there that people at some clients will start using the AI based automation tool, and then some will be using the Selenium, Cypress, Playwright. So that will always be there. Manual testing will never end up. Automation will keep coming, keep coming. So everything will be there. Everything is required and will be required. It's never going to be like 100%. Anything can be gone. Some part can be just definitely will be optimized because of like AI and new things coming. So that is like everyday things, like every day. In fact, like now SelectorShub also use the AI power like ChatGPT in the background to auto fix the XPath and selector syntax errors. So
are you
if
already
we make
using
the
that? Are you
yes,
already using some under the hood
yeah,
embedded
yes, yes,
AI in SelectorHub?
yes, yes.
Okay.
We have
And
integrated it with ChatGPT.
okay,
And how it works?
with what?
We
ChatGPT, you
already
said.
yes, yeah, we are using in ChatGPT in SelectorShub. So suppose you have written any XPath and there is some syntax error, and now you are not able to understand where is the syntax error in the XPath or selectors. Sometimes it becomes difficult to figure it out, like comma is missing, spelling mistake is there. So that you can like there you get a button in SelectorShub fix, and it will fix with the help of ChatGPT. So we have already started. So these things are like any technology. Whenever AI comes or any technology comes, it is if you make a good use of that in your product over the time, and you always keep upgrading your products with the time and with the technology, you are never going to away from the market. But you should make sure that you fulfill your users requirement. You keep looking at the market, that what new things are coming, how you can like keep growing and keep supporting each and everything. Like a Playwright selector scheme, we immediately implemented in SelectorShub those selectors, and we were the first one. And then now we implemented the AI. So if we will keep upgrading things, keep upgrading the tools as per the market requirement, users requirement, we are never gonna away from the market.
Okay, so what else you think you will need to implement in future, or how you need to pivot your tools to big or to stay relevant in the future? What do you expect it will come, or it's coming, and you need to adapt?
Sure, definitely. Like lot many things are there already in pipeline. So whenever we feel so, few things are there. Like whenever our users request any new features, so that we always implement. And for that region, we are that much famous, and pretty much everybody love us because we immediately listen them and fix them. Then the second thing is lots of new innovative features have been planned for SelectorShub and for all the tools which we are working on. Very soon you might see in SelectorShub there it will change the complete game of the way you generate these selectors and XPath today, because today you right click, then inspect, then open DevTools, and then go to selectors. That's where you are generating. You might see you will see like very soon, maybe by next month, you will see something that you will not be doing all these things, that opening, right click, and then open there. You might not be doing all these things, maybe like just in one click and you will get everything. So so those kind of things we are implementing here in SelectorShub. It will just change complete way of like till date what we have done.
Okay, we will need to follow you further and see what's coming.
Do you think that maybe your solution with AI can completely, replace people, and that be completely autonomous, and I will have to, go and find a new job in, I don't know, in supermarket or something like that, and then looking that okay, my job is completely replaced by AI. What do you think?
No. I don't ever think that that can be like 100% replace anything. A human being cannot be replaced. Some part you can optimize, like some part you can optimize. You can fix some problems, but not like you cannot replace. Like we are developing AI, not AI is developing us.
Nice. That's nice.
Okay, we'll see when the position will change and whether. I think it's not possible, but we'll see. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I am just checking our timing, and I think we might have last couple of minutes to finish before it'll be too long for the other visitors. So
Sure.
I don't know, Juraj, whether you want to ask some last question about the tooling, or we will come up to the last section of promotion and wrapping up.
I was, really interesting this auto test data, that you are, mentioning, or I see in your website that your solution is able to, prepare or generate data in 3 clicks. That, for example, in our organization, we have, I don't know, roughly 400 microservices communicate together, and it's a little bit sometimes crazy what is communicating, what that. It's possible also in this type of organization to have some solution. This is possible, to create, some data on 3 click, or how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You just open, and whatever data you need, you just select from there those fields, and 1 click and generate. Just
It means
boom.
that I have to put there all these 400, microservices and map, or how it works.
No. So let's say you need for those microservice, whatever data you need, like let's say you name the first name, last name, and full name, email ID, password, email ID, then you need the address, pin code, country name, whatever you need. So those fields you select, click on generate, set the number of rows, how many rows you want, you need in JSON format, CSV format you select, and boom, just 3 clicks and
maybe the question to a bit expand that question. Are you able to generate some more complex data with proper data integrity, where you have, I don't know, set of customers with set of orders, invoices, something like more complex, or is it just one table data?
It is right now. It is not that kind of complex. It is a simple data in a one table format, not like you have like something that with relative to this one or something join and all. No, it's a single one table. But yes, there you have the option, like let's say for a particular country code you want to generate the phone number, for a particular domain name you want to generate the email ID, that you can pass. Like let's say you want the generate the official email and personal email, so there you can pass the gmail.com, or like let's say SelectorShub.com. Now it will generate the email ID with, like let's say Sanjay at SelectorShub.com, like that it will generate. So that's where like you have those options. Like you want to generate currency, so you can generate the currency as well. So there you can set the current currency format, like dollar or euros or INR, that you can select here. So those options are there. It's widely like it's just 2 months old, and pretty much every like YouTuber and every influencer has like supporting and promoting this tool already, and you will find the tutorial all over.
Cool. So let's now wrap up and close the call. There is a last section we usually put at the end, is some type of promotion. So if you would like to promote, or if you would like to thank you to somebody, that's the right time now, and then we are done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So first of all, like I would like to thank you guys for inviting me here on this show and giving me this opportunity to like interact and reach out to like wider audience of the like this world. And thanks to the community, because all these products we have developed, they are being run and executed and growing with the support of community. So request all of you that please do give them a try. If your people, if your community is not aware at your local region or somewhere, then let them know that these tools are available for free and huge time saver, officially recommended by Selenium, and you can just give it them try. They will help you on your day-to-day basis, and all of them are absolutely secure, safe. They run in your local. We don't have any cloud server or anywhere where we use to save your data. We don't do anything like that. They will run in your local, and if you face any challenges, you can always reach out to us on the live chat in SelectorsHub website. All the tools which I mentioned are available on SelectorsHub.com. Just go and check it out. Very simple, self-explanatory tool, simple utility, saves a lot of time and help you learning, growing, and yeah, enjoy that. And you can find our links. I guess we will be mentioning here on the description, so you can find the links of SelectorsHub YouTube channel and website.
Yeah, we will add some links under the video. Juraj, do you have something also to share, or?
Today probably yes, because that's maybe I would like to promote that that's more than 4 years that we have some internship program for test engineers in multi-jet IT labs, and we extended, and now we are also looking for internship also for software engineering, that we would like to educate in a new generation of engineers and testers. And if somebody is looking for opportunity and would like to during the university and school change his life, that we are open, and please ping me, and yes, we can together change your life and start career in big fintech in Europe. That's probably for my side.
Is it available also remote, or this is only on site?
Yes,
Is
it's
it
definitely it's also possible remote. That's we are working in a hybrid mode, and yes, we have like now we are, I guess, in the position that we can do it also remotely. It's better, to start, on site, but also we have some people who are not, for example, from Bratislava or from Košice, and they are working fully remote. We don't have like a chance to meet face to face, but they, for example, won the hackathon, or they was in second place in their category. In overall they were second in their category. They won the hackathon. That we have really really talented like new people, new generation, and I'm looking forward to work more with young talented people. That's yes. Please
okay?
come to
Cool.
me.
So give me the link, and I'll also place it under the video if you
Yeah.
have. You are muted,
Oh,
and I don't know whether it's by purpose or Yura, you are muted. You know? Did you notice that?
just now.
Yes, that's good. Good to know that. Yes, that's. I don't know what was possible to.
We just missed, I don't know, last two sentences.
That's
Yeah,
good.
last person.
That's what I said that you said that you may like to you put it's only for the student. That if you are still the student, that you can you are eligible and you can also like send me the CV and we will see. But I don't know, maybe the VOPI is your new university. That was what I mentioned in the last two sentences.
Yeah, I see. So I'll place your link if you would share it under the
Yeah.
video. Now I'll just
What do
finalize.
you would like to to promote?
Yeah, I would like to promote you two guys, or thank you two guys,
Oh, come on.
that you came, and we had so much fun in the 30 minutes or so.
Absolutely,
So
we
thank
enjoyed
you
it.
very much for coming. Enjoy your weekends. It's coming soon, also in Bangalore, like here in Prague, or also in Bratislava, where Juraj is sitting now. And enjoy testing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
Thank
much.
you.
You. And wish you
Bye.
do the same.
Bye
Bye-bye,
bye.
guys.